Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. When I got into collecting fragrances about a year ago, I started for the first time looking at something different other than designer stuff. And so I started looking into cheaper alternatives to designer fragrances. And one of the first fragrances that started to pop out everywhere where I was looking for, like Fragrantica, Facebook groups, YouTube videos, was a fragrance from the house of Rasasi. Everybody was praising this fragrance for its high quality and its good performance. But the problem was that I just couldn't find that fragrance anywhere. It was sold out pretty much everywhere where I was buying my fragrances from, and the only place that I could get it from was eBay. But the problem was that prices on eBay were very high, and I had to pay import taxes on that. And so I just kept looking and looking and looking for that fragrance, and it was just not showing up anywhere until about a month ago when it's finally popped up at one of the discounter sites that I'm using. And the fragrance that I'm talking about is the Rasasi Hawas for him. So finally, about a month ago, I was able to get my hands on a bottle of Hawas, and today I'm gonna talk to you about my experience of using the Rasasi Hawas. As usual, a quick tour of the packaging of the fragrance. It comes in this sort of a light black colored box. It's pretty simple packaging. In my experience, Rasasi have been doing that with the fragrances from them that I own. On the front you got Rasasi for him, and that sign is sort of framed into what looks like sort of the skin of a snake skin. On the back you got some ingredient information, and on the bottom there's the production date of the bottle. In the case of my bottle, the production date is September 2022. And then this is how the actual bottle looks. Again, sort of similar to other Rasasi bottles. It sort of reminds me a little bit of the way that the bottle of Rasasi Shura looks. It's a very sort of heavy bottle, a thick glass, high quality glass, pretty simple. On the front you got Hawas for him. The bottle has a nice metal cap, and again there's the shape of the cap is looks sort of like a snake wrapped around something, and this is how the atomizer looks. I'll show the atomizer in a bit, but all in all, the quality of the bottle is really nice, really thick, heavy glass, and nice heavy metal cap. Okay, let me show you the sprayer in action. It's a really nice sprayer. I really like the sprayer on this one. Another thing that I wanted to mention is the fact that the juice color, it's that sort of a light purple color. Really like the juice color as well. So about the scent profile, and one of the things that when I started researching this fragrance, people were saying that this is a clone of Invictus Aqua. But after I did some research, it turns out that the Rasasi Hawas was actually released before Invictus Aqua. Now, the actual scent profile of this thing. This is a sweet, fruity, sweet type of a fragrance with nice aquatic notes, especially in the opening. It sort of reminds me a little bit of the Invictus and Invictus Aqua. I've never owned a full bottle of Invictus Aqua. I have tried it back in the day. I found multiple bottles of the original Invictus, and I can see why people compare this fragrance, the Hawas, with the Invictus line of fragrances. It's similar, but also it's a bit different. Really nice fruity sweet opening with some really nice sort of a fresh aquatic notes in the opening. There's some apple here, there's a plum note, there's a bit of a cinnamon in here as well, and as I said, those aquatic sort of fresh notes. When this dries down, dries down to a again a very nice mix, sweet mix of all those fruits that are in here. There's also some patchouli in the base that gives this fragrance sort of how to call it, a solid base to step on. The aquatic notes, they are still there, but when the fragrance enters its dry down, they start to take more of a backseat. And there's a cinnamon note in here that also starts to show itself up to my nose on the dry down. There's not much spices. According to the note breakdown, there should be a cardamom note in here. I can't say that I'm picking up a cardamom note in here. Just to sum it up, nice fruity sweet opening with enough sort of an aquatic freshness to it. On the dry down, Again, those sweet fruity notes are in here. The aquatic fresh notes take more of a back seat, and there's also a nice patchouli base in this fragrance. I can understand why people compare the Rasasi Hawas with the Invictus family, but the Invictus fragrances, they are known for their more sort of a bubble gummy type of sweetness. You can maybe pick up a hint of bubblegum sweetness in Hawas as well, but it's more, to my nose, more of a fruity type of sweetness compared to the Invictus's bubblegummy type of sweetness. Now, let's talk about performance. One of the other things that, when I was doing my research, I noticed was that people were praising Hawas for its performance. And I can definitely say that that's true. This is a very strong performing fragrance. Now, I wouldn't call it exactly a beast, but I still regularly get about 9 to 10 hours out of it, which in my opinion is a very, very good performance. The other strong point in this fragrance is its projection. This thing projects really hard, really strong for the first sort of 3 hours after it was sprayed. So compared to most of the fragrances on the market, this projects harder from the beginning and projects for a longer period of time. And the total performance that I get out of it is about 9 to 10 hours. And so on to my final thoughts about the Rasasi Hawas. In my opinion, this is an absolutely fantastic fragrance. A very nice blend of the different ingredients, different notes, very high quality scent profile, superb performance, long lasting, hard projecting. It's a mass pleasing type of scent that will go and get you a lot of compliments. If you want to smell like a fruity bomb, the Rasasi Hawas is the fragrance for you. The only problem that I find with this fragrance is its availability. It seems that nowadays it's a bit harder to find compared to what it was about a year or two ago. In my opinion, this is a 10 out of 10 GP fragrance. And so guys, this was all I had for today. I hope that you found this video interesting or helpful. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, stay safe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.